What's up, yo? Today I have taken every old player, well, over 30 years old, and put them back on their first NBA team, just because it seems like that's been a trend nowadays. Not really a trend, but like a lot of people hypothetically saying certain older players should go back to their teams, and I'll point out which those two are but when we get to them. But number one for the Sixers, they had Drew Holiday back on their team, Nikola Vucevic, and TJ McConnell. All these guys, and when I say old players, it's only old and good players, so 30-year-olds, and Jeremy Grant. Those are all back on the Philadelphia 76ers to help them in 2026. See if that could help them. Give Drew Holiday next to Tyrese Maxey, and then Vucevic down low next to Embiid with also Jeremy Grant. That's filthy. So then the Milwaukee Bucks, I think they only have, Tobias Harris, but they get Tobias Harris. And when I say good, I only use players who are 80 overall or higher. The Bulls get Jimmy Butler back on their team and Bobby Portis. So that still will probably be a mid to trash team, but at least Jimmy's back on the Bulls. Now the Cleveland Cavaliers, this is going to be one of my finals favorites, because they have LeBron James back on their team and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie, LeBron with Spida, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. That is filthy. They didn't lose anyone on this team. They got Jalen Tyson as well. This is going to be a tough team to beat. That's probably my favorite out of the East, if I'm being honest. The Clippers got DeAndre Jordan back on their team, and that's it. But they also lost Kawhi Leonard. So Memphis Grizzlies got Kyle Lowry and Mike Conley back on their team. Not really going to change much there. And then the Atlanta Hawks got Al Horford. So those are like the minor ones. The ones I'm really looking forward to is Rudy Gobert being back on the Utah Jazz. And Rudy Gobert is back on the Jazz. Same with Grayson Allen. Won't really make that much of a difference, in my opinion. Then the Knicks have a decent bit. So they get Tim Hardaway Jr. back on their team and Kristaps Porzingis. Well, that's not quite a bit. It's just a few. They also lost Karl Anthony Towns. Lakers actually have a really good one. They got Julius Randle back on their team, Josh Hart, and Larry Nance. Not that really matters, but they did lose LeBron, but they got Josh Hart and Julius Randle back in return. So that could be a fire team out of the West too. But there's one in particular that's just stupid overpowered. When we get to him, I'll show you. Aaron Gordon's back on the Magic. Brook Lopez is back on the Nets. Yusuf Nurkic is back on the Nuggets. Paul George is back on the Pacers. Not really going to help him out, but it's cool to see. Chris Paul and Anthony Davis are both back on the New Orleans Pelicans. Still probably not enough to get anything, make any real noise, but that could be something interesting. Now, this is another great one. The Toronto Raptors get DeMar DeRozan back on their team, Norman Powell, Pascal Siakam, and Fred VanVleet, and Jakob Poeltl, but he's still on this team already. So this is a solid, there's no stars, but this is a very deep team. All right, so then now here's my second finals favorite. Well, honestly, my finals favorite. It depends. Probably, my second finals favorite, because the Victor Wembanyama-led Spurs now have Kawhi Leonard, and that was really what inspired this, because a lot of people were like, yo, Kawhi's got to go back to San Antonio. But also they get Derek White too, where he wasn't much in San Antonio, but he turned into something, and now he gets to go back there. So this is a really good finals team. And then the one we were all knowing and fearing this entire time, the reigning NBA champions, who literally could not have gotten any better, just got better, because they got Kevin Durant on their team, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook all on their team. See, I really wanted to put James Harden on the Rockets, but I said it would be the first team, so all these old players are now back on their team, so that's going to be rough. So yeah, mostly my idea going into this was having KD on the Thunder and then Kawhi Leonard on the Spurs again with Wembanyama. But Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards are back together. I think Zach LaVine's back on here too. Yep, and Andrew Wiggins. So actually the Timberwolves could be a dark horse with also Kevin Love there too. They could be a dark horse. I doubt it though. Portland Trailblazers also have CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard back together, so that'll be a fire backcourt. And the Warriors get Klay Thompson back on their team, and the Wizards have no one, and that is that. So my final prediction out of the East, it has to be the Cavs in my opinion. It has to be. And then out of the West, I want to do the easy answer and say Thunder, but I really want it to be the Spurs because I like Kawhi Leonard. So what y'all think? I don't know. Injuries and everything will be on, because screw it, bro. Hey, someone agree with me, and I really appreciate that. I'm gonna leave their comment on here because that was fire. They were like, nah, injuries should be on because it's a simulation. I'm like, dang right, bro. Injuries will be on. So let's get going. Let's see who does the best in this 1 year sim. Let's see it. And in this league, the San Antonio Spurs with Victor Wembanyama, I think, have the best record, as they go 61-21, number one in the conference, number one in the division. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons, despite not getting anyone on their team, go 60-22. But yeah, quickly, CJ McCollum, 6th man of the year, somehow coming off the bench there. Rookie of the year is still Cooper Flagg, and Khalil Ware is the most improved player. Clutch player of the year is Darius Garland. So, see who is the best player on a different team on these All-NBA teams. No player on their new team made any All-NBA team, but that makes sense because the ones that joined different teams were usually better teams that they played on, so they probably didn't score as many points, if that makes sense. So let's see who missed the playoffs. Was there anyone with any new players who did not? Wow, Philly with all those new players, they didn't lose a single soul. They only gained, and they still went that that bad. That's crazy. Tyrese Maxey dislocated his patella. Okay, and Drew Holiday had a severe right ankle sprain. So that's what happened. But still, that does not account for how many losses that was. That's crazy. How many losses did they go? With Vucevic, TJ McConnell, and then they went 25 and 57. Jesus. Celtics, they didn't get anyone, but they lost too. They're 30 and 52. Hornets, they didn't get anyone. And then Brooklyn Nets, they got Brook Lopez, but yeah, that makes sense. And then the Milwaukee Bucks struggling to make the play-in with Tobias Harris. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow. In the West, Memphis, they didn't really get anyone. Utah got Rudy Gobert back, but that didn't. I mean, Rudy Gobert can't save this franchise. Portland got CJ McCollum back, but that really can't save this franchise either. Suns are just trash in here for some reason. They didn't lose anyone, but they suck. And the Sacramento Kings, they lost Zach LaVine, but somehow did better than real life. But yeah, so the best two in the West were the OKC Thunder and then the Spurs. And then somehow the Rockets are still doing good without KD. Honestly, less toxic work environment. That's what happened. It's a less toxic work environment. So I don't think any of these guys. Well, Pelicans is actually interesting. Pelicans versus Golden State. It's Anthony Davis versus Klay Thompson. Those are the only two. Well, there's someone else on the Pelicans bench, or he's hurt. I know there was another player. Oh yeah, Chris Paul barely playing. Yeah, bum Chris Paul versus bum Klay Thompson. But the Pelicans being led by only Anthony Davis, and I say only Anthony Davis because Zion is hurt already. Is a 6-point game. 30 seconds left. We took it. There you go. They get into the playoffs, and the rest of that play-in, I do not care about. And then, Jimmy Butler with the Bulls versus Aaron Gordon with the Orlando Magic versus Jimmy Butler's Bulls and Jimmy Butler and Bobby Portis's Bulls up against Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, and Aaron Gordon's Magic. Let's see who gets in here. This should be interesting. I'm gonna say Bulls just because Jimmy Butler was him and still is. See, Bulls are in. They're in the playoffs. Bobby Portis though, 27.6 rebounds. That's not an underdog team because they're not going anywhere far. Like, they're probably going to get bounced in the first round, but that's a good team. And the Miami Heat are eliminated. They didn't have anyone though. As we have Tobias Harris isn't even playing for the Bucks. What the heck? Is bro hurt? He's not. Why aren't you starting him at the 3? What are the Bucks doing? Bro, just move Tobias Harris to the 3. I don't know why they're not doing that. See, now they had some bums starting at the 3 over Tobias Harris, but it's Tobias Harris over me. Tobias Harris's Bucks versus Aaron Gordon's Magic. Not super big difference makers, but we can see what's happening. I think it's going to be Aaron Gordon's going to take it. Yeah, it's the better team overall, and Aaron Gordon's a better player than Tobias Harris as of right now, and I don't think anyone would disagree, as Desmond Bane is the one who actually carried him. Wow. Okay, so there are plenty of matchups here. I will show you the matchups when we get to an elimination game, and we'll just see what's going on. So let's go. I'll show you when it's an elimination game. And Paul George's Indiana Pacers are about to eliminate Al Horford's Atlanta Hawks. It's coming down to the wire. 5-point game with a minute left. See, that's the thing though. Paul George, it's not like he's just joining the Pacers. Bro is replacing Pascal Siakam, because if you remember, Pascal Siakam is now on the Toronto Raptors. So honestly, the Pacers are just a worse version of themselves right now. No disrespect. Tyrese Haliburton for 3. Misses. The only other thing is Tyrese Haliburton's healthy. So Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Johnson gets a wide open look from 3. Misses it. Okay. You're gonna need a 3 here. Paul George, game time. Paul George, game time. Game time. Trash. Brick. Clank. I don't know what you want to call it, but off, as they do not eliminate the Atlanta Hawks just yet. As yet, playoff P put up 19 points, 6 for 14, and 5 turnovers. Honestly, he's had worse playoff performances, not gonna lie. And OKC is up 3-0 against Anthony Davis's New Orleans Pelicans. However, Kevin Durant is actually out right now with a strained Achilles, but that doesn't matter because, James Harden and others are, James Harden's putting up 21 points off the bench, and Russell Westbrook's not even getting playing time. So that's how good this team is. No, my pick out of the East is slightly compromised. Kyrie tore his Achilles at some point, so bro is out. LeBron is without Kyrie now. I mean, he still has Spida, but and the entire, Cavs team. But dang, dude, that sucks. They were up 3-1. Dude, that's so buns. Yo, what the frick? Bruh. Another player snipe. All right, so I could see why people would say, hey, turn injuries off for the love of God, Funky. I can see that. Because Anthony Edwards is out for the season too. Bro's patella got sniped. But they still have Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Jaden McDaniels, and Zach LaVine, as they are up 3-1 right now against Julius Randle and Josh Hart's Los Angeles Lakers. Bro, that's just crazy. So many players are getting sniped. Goodbye, Lakers. It's just ouch. Luka was not enough. And with this, this is coming down the wire. 3-point game with 39 seconds left. LeBron's Cavs are down by 3 against Kristaps Porzingis's and Tim Hardaway Jr.'s New York Knicks. See, Sam Merle pulls up for 3. Out of pocket 3, misses it, but there's still 6 seconds separating shot and game clock, so it could still force a stop here and then hit a 3 to tie it. This series goes to game 7. McBride finds Brunson over LeBron, misses it, and Evan Mobley gets the rebound. Oh, Donovan Mitchell gets a wide open look. I don't know why he pump fake, bro. Pump fake twice for no reason. Dennis Schroeder for 3 misses. Why did bro pass up that shot? That was a wide open corner 3 from Donovan Mitchell, and bro said, nah, I'm good. I already made, he said I already scored 28 points. I'm 130. Dang. It's going to game 7. That's my pick out of the East, and they lost their point guard. Frick, man. And the Toronto Raptors, wow, this is a good team. Well, it was a deep team. They got, see, I don't think they have anyone good starting, or maybe they have some injuries, but they are down 3-2. Raptors are completely healthy, and they're down 3-2 to Jimmy Butler Chicago Bulls. The Raptors had a lot of players added, mind you. Yeah, they have Norman Powell off the bench. They got DeMar DeRozan off the bench. They got Fred VanVleet off the bench. They got such a deep team. They down 3-2 right now to Jimmy Buckets and Bobby Portis. Dude, Jimmy Butler and Bobby Portis. They advanced to the second round. Let's go, Jimmy Butler and Bobby Portis. There you go. Pascal Siakam. Oh, yeah, I forgot they also had Pascal Siakam. And they got it. That's crazy, bro. And look at this. Well, honestly, Aaron Gordon, yeah, the only one who got added to any team was Aaron Gordon. So Aaron Gordon's freaking Magic might defeat Cade Cunningham's. They do. They defeat the Pacers, the Pistons. Pistons didn't have anyone, but they were #1 seed in the East. They advanced. So now, finally, do Tingus Pingus advance to the second round, or just LeBron? Oh, shoot. I didn't even look. And my bad. Freaking, yeah, no one was added to the Mavericks. But yeah, the Kawhi Leonard, Victor Wembanyama team advanced. No surprise there. So, game 7 here. LeBron versus Kristaps Porzingis. Whose team advanced? So sad it's not Kyrie and LeBron. But that's what I get. That's what I get. It's a 2-point game with 12 seconds left. I doubt this is going anywhere besides free throws, but we'll see. They missed the second free throw, so it's a 3-point game. 3-point game with 10 seconds left. Let's actually have confidence in our jump shots, boys. If you get a wide open look, do not pass it up. Sam Merle, let that thing fly. Hey. And Jared Allen's there with the board. Kicks it out to Jalen Tyson for 3. Contest as can be. And they miss it. And the Knicks. Well, hold on. They fouled Jeremy Sohan. And he freaking makes it with his one-handed free throw. Gosh darn it. And the Knicks advance. LeBron and Kyrie. Just because Kyrie's Achilles was ruptured, get eliminated. And that's what I get. LeBron 20 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. That's what I get for keeping injuries on. That'll teach me. Except it won't. It just makes it spicier. Who would have thought? So now the 6th and 7th seeds are going up against each other. The 4th and 8th seeds. What the frick is happening in the East? Every single lower matchup won besides Paul George's, and Paul George advanced. What the frick? Meanwhile, it's San Antonio versus Minnesota, but without Anthony Edwards, and then OKC versus the Rockets, but there's no one on the Rockets, so OKC should get rid of them. And then Indiana versus, yeah, so all these have, I'm really only concerned about these 2 matchups because, well, all of them besides OKC. But yeah, let's see how they do. I'll show you when it's a closeout. Bro, Jimmy Butler is freaking him in this. I don't even care. Bro just kind of is him, as the Thunder easily get rid of the Houston Rockets without KD. Like, Jimmy Butler is him. He has him 3-0 against the New York Knicks. Let's see this. They dropped that game, but Jimmy Butler put up 21. Oh, shoot. Yo. I accidentally did the wrong. I wanted to do that with Simcast. But the freaking Magic just advanced, and we have the funniest thing possibly about to happen here. As, yo, Paul George fell apart. 5 for 17 in the closeout game. Freaking Aaron Gordon's Magic advanced. So here's the funniest thing. If these Bulls win this game, if they advance, it will be a rematch of the first play-in matchup, which the Bulls won. Like, isn't that funny? Isn't that crazy? I mean, granted they don't choke a 3-0 lead, which it looks like they're on the verge of doing. It's a 2-point game with a minute left. That would be so crazy to see a freaking play-in matchup in the conference finals to get to the finals. That's so crazy. I'm sure that'll happen at some point in the future, but Anthony Simons working on Deuce McBride. Simons gets in, misses it. Jeremy Sohan. Dude, Josh Giddey got absolutely cooked by Jalen Brunson. Holy cow, it's not funny. Bro got so cooked by Jalen Brunson. That's insane. Anthony Simons working on Deuce McBride. We down 4 now. Pull up 3 for Anthony Simons. Bang. Huge shot. 5 seconds separating shot and game clock. I don't even think you have to foul here. You don't. You just play good defense. You force a miss. That's the main thing. Do not double team. Just play good defense. You get a chance to win the game. Josh Giddey gets screened. Oh, threads the needle, finds Kristaps Porzingis for the easy dunk. 7 points. You know what's crazy? Bro, they played together in freaking Dallas. I completely forgot they did. That's crazy. But we get fine. Bobby Portis does not shoot the 3. 5 seconds left. 4, 3. At least shoot the ball. Bobby, please. Why do you do this to me, Bobby? Anthony Simons balled his heart out. 27 points, 27 minutes just to force a game set. Why did Bobby not even shoot the 3? As over here against the no Anthony Edwards having Minnesota Timberwolves, the Kawhi Kawhi Leonard and Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio Spurs are up 3-2, and they should take care of this pretty easily. And they do. Goodbye, non-Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns team. 21 points, 14 boards for Cat, but it's over. Come on, I am really rooting for the Bulls to win this, just so we can see a play-in matchup in the conference finals. Yes, I think they have it. I don't want to speak too soon, though. Do not want to speak too soon, but they have it. They have it. Yes, it is a conference, bro. Look at this. It is a freaking play-in matchup in the conference finals. Look at that, bro. And I love it. All of these teams have players added to them, old players added. It is Jimmy Butler and Bobby Portis for the Bulls, and then it's just Aaron Gordon for the Orlando Magic, and then it is Derek White and Kawhi Leonard for the San Antonio Spurs, and it is KD, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden for the OKC Thunder. So how do these matchups go? Orlando takes game 1. They take 2. They take 3. Why is Orlando on one right now? Bulls won 1 game against them. Have any of these been close? No, not really. They won that play-in game. The Bulls did, and that was their championship. They said, yep, we beat them in the play-in. We'll kick their butts this time. And the Magic said, nah. We out for revenge right now. As at least the Bulls take that game, though. 34 points for Bobby Portis, bro, locked in. 24 for Jimmy Butler. As it is 2 3-1s right now. The Bulls are down 3-1, and the OKC Thunder are up 3-1 against Kawhi Leonard and Victor Wembanyama Spurs. Look at this. Bulls made another win. Let's see, is anyone hurt? Oh my God. This is just a crazy lineup. SGA, Cason Wallace, KD, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein. Like that's legitimately stupid. But so is this. Victor Wembanyama, Kawhi Leonard, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, and Julian Champagne. Is there an injury? We're supposed to be there? No, that team's fully healthy. Both teams are fully healthy. So we're getting good on good right here. It's exactly who I thought would be here. Come on, Spurs. Just because I chose you guys, I gotta root for you because that's what I chose. I can't be wrong in here. Oh my God, it is a 1-point game with 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Who will pull ahead? Kawhi Leonard back on the Spurs. SGA working. Puts up the shot, scores. 3-point lead for the Thunder. De'Aaron Fox drives to the left, gets cut off. Puts up a contested 4 shot over SGA and misses it. Well, I don't know what the offense is here. Man, SGA puts up the shot over, or tries to put up a shot over Wembanyama, misses it. Victor Wembanyama in transition on Kevin Durant. Finds Derek White, puts up the shot, misses the layup. And we have to foul Kevin Durant with 21 seconds left. It's a 5-point game, and they take the advantage. And despite Victor Wembanyama putting up 39 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks, they get eliminated. Bro, where was Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi Leonard 10 points, 4 for 12, 5 turnovers. That's ridiculous, man. So it was the Thunder in the finals, shocking to nobody. And this is the more entertaining of the two, because it's like the 3-headed dragons, or it's like, you know, the teams, and then they look at that little goofy looking dragon. That's what the Eastern Conference is. I mean, honestly, just in general, a lot of the time it's a 4-point game with 57 seconds left. I think this might be the end for Jimmy Buckets, but we'll see. But yeah, whoever makes it out of the East they're not winning the final. Honestly, though, if anyone could at least give him like a good series, it would be Jimmy Butler. All right, Anthony Simons pulls up for 3, misses it. And double team, we leaving Jalen Suggs wide open for some reason, but it worked. All right, 4-point game, 35 seconds left. Anthony Simons with the ball, finds Jimmy Butler, finds Josh Giddey, taking a lot of time. Jimmy Butler spin moves, finds Anthony Simons for a catch and shoot 3, misses that one too. Jimmy Butler doing everything in his power. Holy cow, being Superman, gets a tip in layup. That was a, first off, incredible find to find Anthony Simons for a wide open look. And then once he bricked that, it was incredible to get the tip in. All right, so if we could get a miss right here, that'd be fire. What would the camera do that for? Second one off. Nope, makes them both. Okay. All right, let's see. Tyus Jones spin moves, finds Jalen Smith for 3, and he misses it. Jalen Smith got the wide open, bro. We had 3 wide open looks, and they just couldn't get the shots to fall, my guy. And the Orlando Magic will be going to the finals against the OKC Thunder in a very blue finals. So SGA put up 33 points, and then Paolo put up 22. So this is a play-in team, a team that barely got in, an 8th seed, going up against freaking Goliath, the best team pretty much ever. Are there any injuries for either team? Let's quickly check that. Oh my God, I think Aaron Gordon, no, he's not. All right, Wendell Carter Jr. is out for this season for them, and the Thunder are completely healthy. Of course the Thunder. Either way, they have a center. So that's their lineup. Aaron Gordon with the Magic without Wendell Carter versus God Squad. All right, they win game 1 by 20 some points, but is game 2 at least? No, that's another blowout. All right, I'm gonna watch the simcast. Hopefully Magic can steal 1 game, or at least make it somewhat competitive. There you go. Come on, Orlando. Jesus Christ, no. Nope. All right, they lost by 28. All right, and Desmond Bane's hurt. Okay, this is looking very, very bleak. There's no injuries. Of course the Thunder are completely healthy right now. Bruh, come on. Can they steal 1 game? Magic, come on. I know. Yo, Magic, I see you. Good stuff. All right, is this the start of a 3-0 comeback? Good stuff, Paolo. Yeah, 41 points. That's tell him. Show him what's up. I keep checking to see if someone anyone on their team gets hurt, but even if they did, it'd just be replaced by another freaking all-star, so whatever. Like, if KD gets hurt, it's J-Dub, and if freaking SGA gets hurt, it's James Harden. So it's like, you know, okay. Yo, 2-point game with 48 seconds left. Can the Magic hold on? Well, they're not hold on, but make this comeback. Okay, they're down by 2. Let's see how they work against one of the scariest teams of all time. Jalen Suggs pulls pump fakes, half spin, being guarded by SGA. Yeah, they definitely want to exploit that Paolo matchup. Yep. Oh, whoa, Paolo, what is that? Why do these people dribble like dummies, bro? Oh my God, KD gets an easy layup. What was that dribbling, Paolo? Bro got in the paint and forgot. Bro got in the post and forgot how to dribble. Said, yo, oh look, there goes your ankle. Let me dribble the ball off of it. Paolo kicks it out to De La Silva. De Silva, good stuff. Don't know who that is, but bro stroked a 3. Fire. That was good stuff. Now we fouled James Harden. Okay, I don't know if bro will miss a free throw or not. Oh, he does. He does. James Harden does miss a free. He does miss a free throw. Okay, the second one though is in. All right, so it's a 2-point game with 19 seconds left. You know how fire it'd be to see a game-winning 3 and then they come back, force a game 7, then win another game-winning 3 there? That'd be fire. The Magic, that is. Anthony Black with the ball. 15 seconds left. I wonder how they attack this. It looks like they're going to feed Paolo in the post. Like, they do not want to go for the win right now. They're trying to get Paolo isolated on J-Dub, which is a good matchup. But they double team, kick it out to Anthony Black for 3. Wide open look. Bang! Good stuff. 1 second left. Full court shot from SGA to win the finals. Misses. Yo, that is a risky thing. Just to prevent overtime, y'all double? How crazy was Paolo going that you had to double? Paolo only had points. Why are you doubling? Anthony Black with a huge shot, though. Bang. What a pass. Bang. Yo, it's a 3-2 series. Anything could happen. They were down 3-0. All right. They're still completely healthy, unfortunately. The Thunder are. So they're doing this organically. Come on. Do not get my hopes up and then just don't fall apart now. Don't do that. They did it. They did that. They did that. They got my hopes up and then completely Thunder said, nah. Okay. Nope. 170 points, win the finals on our head by 40 points. 44 from Paolo Banchero, but it didn't even matter. He had a plus minus of -32. Imagine dropping 44 points, 19 for 26, 4 for 5 from 3, and your plus minus was -32. Like, what what are you supposed to do with that? As SGA dropped 57 points. That's why. Holy cow. So yes, end result, shocking to nobody. The OKC Thunder win the finals with the Avengers. SGA won Finals MVP with 26.5 points a game, 9.2 assists, 1.3 steals, 57% from the field, 90% from 3 from the free throw line, and then 38% from 3. So, wow, not gonna lie, this was pretty exciting. I mean, it's the result I thought, but not out of the East. That's crazy. And injuries definitely spice things up, even though I would have liked to see a healthy LeBron and Kyrie together, but, you know, that's the name of the game with the injuries. So, hey, if you guys like this video, I would appreciate a like. If you have any other ideas you want me to do, let me know in the comments. But with that being said, thank you for watching.